If you may allow the petitioners a quick rejoinder. My Lord, my learned seniors have fallen into a grave error. It was not a must that they put the contemnor on the dock. To lift a Bible and allege to speak the truth. He could as well have spoken from where he sits and said to the court what he wants to say. But now that he has taken oath, the natural right to be heard is henceforth invoked. Among the constituents of the natural right to be heard, Your Lordship, which is also preserved in Article 50 of the Constitution, is the right to challenge evidence that has been adduced. They are going to adopt an affidavit. An affidavit is a way of adducing evidence before court. Your Lordship, that evidence cannot go unchallenged. It is a natural right to be heard. The petitioners have a right which is inalienable to challenge the evidence that the deponent is going to allude before this court. And if possible, point out perjury. Your Lordship, we reiterate our right to cross-examine the contemnor. We are much obliged.
The condemner has come before the court to purge the content. He seeks to rely on affidavit evidence and has also been sworn. The petitioners are present in these proceedings and seek to cross-examine him on the contents of the affidavit. These proceedings are intended to be brief, where the court is only supposed to hear the condemner as he punches the content. I have considered that the petitioner have not had a chance to respond to that affidavit presented, and therefore giving them the right to cross-examine is a way of ensuring their participation in the proceedings, however nominal. However, these proceedings are not a trial. A request to cross-examine the contemner for 40 minutes is too long and cannot be allowed. I shall assign only 15 minutes. After the contemner is done, each side will have 5 minutes each for a very brief submission.
Thank you, my Lord. Much obliged, my Lord.
Thank you, sir.
So, Mr. Miller, you can proceed.
Thank you, my Lord. So do you wish to adopt the contents of your affidavit?
Yes, my Lord.
Now, just look at paragraph 2 of your affidavit. You were convicted for what in particular? What was it that led to the conviction?
Contempt of court, my Lord.
For failing to do what?
For failing to comply with court, habeas corpus dated to that August 2024, my Lord.
Okay. And that was an order to present in court.
Yes, my Lord.
The petitioner number 2, 3, and 4.
Yes, my Lord.
Okay. Now, let's go to paragraph 16. The matter came up for mention on 26th of August 2024. Where were you on the 26th of August 2024?
My Lord, on that particular day I was in Coast Province, I was in Mombasa, Lamu, and Boni Enclave, my Lord.
Okay. Now, look at paragraph 18. You are supposed to appear in court on the 29th of August, 2024, paragraph 18.
Yes, my Lord.
Can you tell the court where you are on the 29th of August, 2024?
I was at Mpeketoni and the Boni Enclave as at large, those areas of Huluko, my Lord.
Okay. On the 3rd of September 2024, that's on paragraph 19, did you send a representative to court?
Yes, my Lord.
Who did you send?
My representative, my legal, Mr. Otiende, my Lord.
Okay. And where were you on the 3rd of September 2024?
On that very day, my Lord, I was still on those borders of Kenya-Somalia border, at Ishakani and Boni Enclave.
Okay. Let's go to paragraph 21. Where were you on the 4th of September 2024?
On this particular day, my Lord, I was en route to the northern Kenya, part of Kenya, my Lord.
Then you are supposed to attend court on the 5th of September 2024. That's paragraph 22. Where were you on the 5th of September 2024?
On this particular date, my Lord, I was in Mandera, that is northeastern region, and I had also sent my director legal, Mr. Otiende, to represent me, my Lord.
Now, on the 9th of September, you are supposed to be in court personally. Can you tell this court where you are? Paragraph 24.
My Lord, still on this date, I was still in northeastern and particularly in Wajir, those areas of Huluko, Korfarar, and Konton, my Lord.
Huluko?
Huluko, Korfarar, Konton, Korfarar.
Hulugo,
Korfarar, Konton,
Kolofran, and where else?
and Karsa.
That is paragraph 24.
My Lord, may I proceed?
I just want them to see those areas. You said paragraph 24 of the affidavit.
We're referring to paragraph 24 and 25.
Those areas are not mentioned.
Yes, but he was meant to be in court, my Lord.
Wait, he's on oath anyway.
Yes, he's on oath and he was meant to be in court.
So the last area is Hulugo, Korofan, and where else?
Karsa, my Lord. Those are FOBs, the forward operating bases for the officers in the northeastern, my Lord.
All right.
Then you were sentenced on the 13th of September, when you were meant to be in court. Can you indicate to the court where you are then? On the 13th of September 2024?
On that very day, my Lord, I was still on my way now downwards, because from Wajir we had to come back to those sides of Karisa, and in Karisa we had to traverse to those forward operating bases of our officers like in Welmerer and Fafi, my Lord.
Now, was your failure to come to court deliberate or a deliberate act of lack of respect for the court?
My Lord, it was not a deliberate failure, because I had also requested my assistant to come and represent me and the legal officer to do the same, my Lord.
Now, this petition relates to missing persons who are petitioner number 2, 3, and 4. Bob Njagi, Jamil Longton, and Aslam Longton.
Yes, my Lord.
Have they been in police custody at all?
My Lord, they have not been in police custody, and I just learned this morning from Honorable Harvey that they've been found, my Lord.
So you learned from who that they've been found?
From President retired Emeritus LSK Harvey.
Sorry, just can we have some silence, please? Let's have silence. So, you learned from who?
I learned from the Emeritus LSK President Harvey.
So, sorry, just a minute. I just want to capture what you are saying. You learned that those people have been what?
I learned that those people have been found from Harvey, my Lord.
Okay, or this morning?
This morning.
All right, thank you.
And how did you learn? Where did he say it?
He said it before this court, my Lord.
Did he describe the condition in which they are?
I did not get it clear, my Lord.
Okay. So, now that we are here.
Just a minute,
Sorry,
Mr. Miller, because now that is coming from him, what he has heard from Mr. Harvey.
Yes.
Mr. Harvey, is that factual, what you told the court? Is it factual?
I will cross-examine.
I just wanted, yes, let me find out, because you said it in your submissions. So I just wanted also to find out whether it is factual.
Yes, it's true.
All right.
I stated in court that their report had been released.
All right.
The report was made by the President of the North Side.
All right, thank you. I think that's
To
enough.
alarm everybody that the President of the North Side of Kenya knows that these people are released.
All right.
And they are in custody.
All right, proceed.
My Lord, perhaps you can also tell the court the condition in which they were.
No. Miller, proceed.
Thank you, my Lord. Now that we are in this situation, what would you like to tell the court?
My Lord, I want to thank you for the opportunity you have accorded me to stand before you. Before I say anything, my Lord, I would like to apologize to the Lordship and the judiciary for the events that have transpired, leading to the orders of this court. My Lord, I respect you and all our gods for the good work that you do to uphold the rule of law. As a police officer, it is my duty to enforce court orders and ensure that court orders are obeyed. I pray, my Lord, that this court accepts my apology, vacates conviction and sentence. So I pray, my Lord.
Okay, that's all, my Lord.
From the respondent side, would any one of you have any question for the Inspector General?
My Lord, I was asked to hold Mr. Kiara's brief.
Mr. Bitter, do you have any questions for him?
No, I just want to be on that one.
So, Mr. Bitter,
I'm holding Mr. Kiara's brief for the fifth response.
this is a courtroom. We would want everybody to be satisfied with these proceedings. From the respondent side, does any one of you have any question for the Inspector General?
I'm already satisfied, I think.
All right.
I don't think there is any questions for myself.
Right. Mr.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much. So, Mr. Kitonga Murugara. Solicitor General, Mr. Shanta. Sorry. Now, Mr. Nelson Avi, you have strictly 15 minutes, which you must utilize well.
My Lord, I'll check less than 5.
My court assistant will keep time.
But I give. Good afternoon. These three Kenyans, Bob, Michelle, Jackie, Jamil Longton, and Aslan Longton. You know them?
I don't know them, my Lord.
When did you come to hear of it?
I heard of them when it was reported at Kitengela, and the signal was circulated by the OCS to all OCS in Kenya of the missing person, my Lord.
How long ago was that?
The date you've mentioned, my Lord.
Pardon?
The date you've just mentioned, my Lord. That was on the 19th August, my Lord.
19th of August.
Yes, my Lord. Yes, my Lord.
Between 19th of August and today, how many days are those?
Around 1 month, my Lord.
Around 1 month. What efforts, if any, have been made by the National Police Service to trace this thing?
My Lord, immediately it was reported. The signal was sent throughout the country to all OCS. The investigation was opened and started immediately and still is live. The investigation is on. Just we appealed to the public also to assist us on where they could be found, my Lord.
Do you have any report, preliminary or final, so far as those investigations are concerned?
Come again, my Lord.
Do you have any report, preliminary or final, insofar as the investigations are concerned?
What I know, my Lord, is that the investigation is still on, and they've not been found, as this morning when I was coming to this court, my Lord.
When did you wake up this morning?
Wow, a bit early, my Lord. It was at 0.
Okay. So when did you set off to come to this court?
My Lord, I came to this court very early because I was supposed to start at 9, and by 8 I was here, my Lord.
No, Masengeli. I can speak in Kipukuzi if you want. My question is, when did you set off to come?
Set off from where, my Lord?
Wherever you are.
At 0800, I set off from my office, headed to Milimani Courts, my Lord.
By then, had you received the briefings insofar as these three are concerned?
My Lord, I received the briefings that they had not yet been found. That was the brief that I had received, because there was no new brief that I had gotten from the legal. But if there has been, from here, I will go and confirm from our police stations if any has been made a report, my Lord.
So if that be the case, it is your confirmation that you have not complied with the habeas corpus order to produce them.
My Lord, we did not have them in our custody, my Lord.
Now listen, don't answer the question, answer my question. There was an order directed at you to produce these three. So have you complied with the order? You can say yes or no, and if you say no, then you explain why you're not. You, please, get out of that place. My Lord, this gentleman, the short gentleman, is giving the tall gentleman answers.
My Lord, I was standing next to him, and nothing of that sort is happening.
You know, they have taken us through a charade. We will not be touched with this nonsense. No, my Lord, I request that these people move away from the witness. Miller can remain, but these individuals can move away from the witness.
Yes, I do. Sure. Okay.
Yeah, and I'll be brief. I want to ask the last question. Mr. Masengeli, look at the court, listen to my question and give the answer. There was an order directed at you to produce these three in court. You are aware of that order?
I'm aware, my Lord.
Have you produced these three in court?
I've not, my Lord, because...
It's okay. You have not produced them in court.
Yes, my Lord.
Why?
I don't have them, my Lord. And they are not within the police cells, my Lord.
Okay. That's a sufficient answer. Thank you so much, Mr. Gilbert Masengeli. That's all for me.
Sawa.
Kabisa, ngoja kidogo.
Zero inflation.
Nataka kuuliza maswali.
I have very few questions as usual, my Lord. Yes. Good afternoon, Mr. Masengeli.
Good afternoon, my Lord.
I have very few questions for you. When you took office, did you swear to protect the rule of law?
Yes, my Lord.
Do you think you're above the law?
No, my Lord.
Do you think your conduct allows you to continue holding public office?
Yes, my Lord.
The conduct of not obeying the rule of law allows you to hold office.
Here I am, my Lord. I have obeyed.
That is it from you.
We are here.
Silence.
My Lord, I have two questions from the witness. The name is Manuel Jose. Mr. Masengeli,
Yes, my lord.
do you find it difficult that the day you chose to come to court today is the same day that the 3 petitioners have been found? Do you find it disturbing as an acting inspector general, a former acting inspector general, and currently a deputy inspector general?
My lord, that is subject to investigation. As police officers, we will have to go further and investigate. Also have
My question was very rhetorical. Do you look at the coincidence between the day you've chosen? I'm saying you've chosen because we have had 8 instances before here, which you've chosen not to come. Do you find it disturbing that the day you chose to come to court, it's the same day the 3 petitioners were found early in the morning? Do you find it
My lord, I don't find it disturbing because to me, up to now, I'm not aware whether they've been found.
You've answered my question. My second question, Mr. Masengeli. You have apologized to the court for not honoring those 7 summons. Is that an admission of guilt from your part?
My lord, that's not an admission of guilt, but I explained myself, my lord.
Why did you apologize? If, truthfully, your affidavit, the one you have supplied to the court, if whatever you have sworn and presented to the court is true, why are you apologizing for doing the right thing?
Because, my lord, I was supposed to be here in person.
You're supposed to be here in person.
And here I am, my lord.
Your apologies to you being here in person, not to your conduct of disobedience. It's a straightforward.
My apology is to pray that the Lord of this court accepts the apology that I just made, vacate the conviction and the sentence. So I prayed to my Lord
to say that you've confirmed to this court that you are guilty and the court convicted you because of that apology and the sentence?
No, my lord.
Lastly, my last question is on the orders. From the time this petition was filed by the Law Society of Kenya, at what point did you see the first order of this court? Or come across the first order summoning you?
My lord,
My Lord, when you tell you, we are allegedly using uncourtly language in the recited account. But look, they're all combined there. Can the witness answer?
But what about unless we agree that they are adopting their theory? That's correct, man. Isn't it? If we agree that they are adopting their theory, unless they are showing the witness,
Allow Mr. Miller to do it, not any other person.
My Lord, you're opening a big door for them, huh? Just
No.
be firm.
No.
Let the advocate be there.
29th of August.
Okay, let me so where is the controversy?
29th of August.
No, where is the
There are
controversy?
5 people asking him to
Where are the court
for
orders?
the date, my Lord.
Can you get those people out of that?
Just take them out. Why is he negotiating?
Yeah, get them out. Leave Mr. Miller only. Those are the directions of the court.
My Lord, I appear with Steve Ogola.
Or Mr. Steve Ogola can do it.
Yes. And I also appear with Juma.
Anyone else, please step away from the witness. Let's have some order. Let's have some order.
he's a legal officer.
Could you move a bit? Could you move a bit from where the Inspector General is? Kindly. I don't want any scenes here. We only have Mr. Ogola and Mr. Miller next to the witness. Kindly.
He's my legal officer.
The man in black, would you please step aside? No? Move a bit. Move a bit.
My Lord, that's the legal officer.
Yeah.
And you've been getting on
Mr. Miller, kindly, let's have you and Mr. Ogola.
The protection is not good.
That's okay. Yes, let that officer stand there next to the ID. Let the officer stand there. Yes. The officer, you can stand there so that you can shoot the ID. Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Ogola and Mr. Miller, you are free now to direct your client to whatever portion of the affidavit you want to define.
To answer the question, my Lord, it was on 29th of August 2024, my Lord.
29th of August.
2024, my Lord.
Was held when these directions were being given, so that I don't think it my land police.
So you say it was on 29th of August?
Yes, my Lord.
That was the first time you knew that there was an order summoning you to court.
Yes, my Lord.
Were you aware of the second order? It's a yes or no?
My Lord, I've put it in my affidavit.
That is why I'm asking you that question. Were you aware of the second order? You can say yes or no. This is a question.
Yes, my Lord.
You're aware of the third order?
Yes, my Lord.
You're aware of the fourth order? So yes or no?
Yes, my Lord.
You're aware of the fifth order?
My Lord, I think you need to clarify them in terms of dates.
They know the orders. They've listed them in the affidavit. I'm saving them time. So that
My Lord, if he's not too sure of the dates of the orders, let him just abandon that line of
my
questioning.
Lord, the witness has already answered. I don't think Malani Senior is doing the right thing by countermanding the answer from the client. You had the benefit of having all the 8 orders on your desk. Will I be right if I say that, Mr. Masengeli?
No, my Lord.
So if you didn't have the benefit, how did you find yourself in court today?
Because, my Lord, I got the conviction and the last orders that I appear in person, my Lord.
So are you trying to tell the court that you were only aware of the first order and the conviction and sentence? Is that your position?
No, my Lord.
I know that's all for me.
Annette, how many minutes remaining?
My Lord,
About 7 minutes.
my Lord, I've
30 minutes.
Already 30 minutes.
Okay, you have 3 minutes.
Also, we don't need to remember everything. The court knows that. The government doesn't need to prove a point to the district.
My court assistant tells me that that confusion has only spent 3 minutes. So you have 3 minutes.
It's fine. Very well. I'll proceed. Looking at your affidavit.
Your name, Counsel?
My name is Abubakar. Mr. Masengeli, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, my Lord.
You didn't mention the areas you were during when the orders were issued, but you mentioned you were in Lamu County. Which other county?
Northeastern, my Lord.
Northeastern region.
And Eastern, my Lord.
Northeastern.
Northeastern, Eastern, and the Coast Province on Coast Region, my Lord. Those 3 regions.
There you go. From the evidence, where do we see that you were indeed there?
I filed in my affidavit, my Lord, and there are signals attached on the same, my Lord.
The directors to one that where you belong.
I said on oath.
Please, directors, please. In the affidavit. Mr. Masengeli in Lamu. Mr. Masengeli Northeastern. In the affidavit, please.
24.
Yeah, so we don't need to accept them. Why the necessary? No.
21.
Yeah. Yeah, but from page 23. Yeah, GM2. 23, 24.
My Lord, in my affidavit, my Lord, on number 23,
Paragraph 23.
paragraph 23, my Lord, and paragraph 24, my Lord.
Yes. Yes, I've read the
And 27.
yeah,
And paragraph 27, my Lord.
my question is substantiate that. Cogent evidence that I'm in Lamu.
Ask him to
How did
peruse
you get that? Did you fly? Was there
Ask him to peruse the extras.
My Lord, you may peruse the extra.
Sorry, how did you get?
Let him peruse the
How did you get to Lamu? Mr. Masengeli, how did you get to Lamu? Mr. Masengeli?
My Lord,
Just a minute.
My Lord, just to guide us, since the affidavit has annexures, and the witness has already pointed out the paragraphs that have the annexures, annexing the signals that Chancellor is asking, wouldn't that be sufficient?
Not just another 1 minute.
Okay.
Mr. Masengeli, how did you get to Lamu before?
My Lord, I think also we need to also be very careful about this line of questioning. This is a very senior state officer. The issues of no, my Lord. Let me finish.
Let's have some order, please.
my Lord, my Lord,
Let me say this. You say this is cross-examination. When the witness says that he has answered, if you are not satisfied with the answer, you can only now, if he is not able to go beyond what you are probing, then you can only make submissions on that at a later point. But you cannot keep on asking him to substantiate. He will not move.
How did you get to Lamu?
my Lord, I used the police chopper.
Wow. Why didn't you use the same chopper the 5 times you were summoned to court? 30 minutes, right?
My Lord, there are 4 mentions, not 8.
Sorry? 4 mentions. Okay, why did you use the chopper at the first mention? The second mention? The third mention? The fourth?
My Lord,
You admit to breaking the court orders despite the chopper, right?
I cannot disobey court orders, my Lord. Court orders are there to be obeyed and enforced, my Lord.
On these 4 mentions that you say, though you believe there are more, you sent someone, correct?
Yes, my Lord.
You sent the director legal, you sent the deputy IG. Under Section 8, you have the power to delegate, correct?
Not only powers to delegate, my Lord.
It's a yes or no, correct?
Yes, my Lord.
Why didn't you delegate to Lamu? Why didn't you delegate to the Northeastern?
My Lord, I am the head of that unit that was engaged
Why? The question
in
is why?
security operations, my Lord, calls for my being there guidance because I know I have the commanders across the country, my Lord. And with what it happened there, I hate to
But you agree
be.
you can't be everywhere all the time.
It's a fact, my Lord.
Yes. So you delegate sometimes, correct?
Sure, my Lord.
Yes. So you had the ability to delegate. I leave it at that, my Lord.
Very well. So we are done with. You have exhausted your 15 minutes. No. You have exhausted your 15 minutes. Any re-examination? Re-examination from any re-examination?
None, my Lord. Just one question. Just one question, my Lord, I'm so sorry.
You said no.
Yes, I'm so sorry. I just realized there was something of importance.
No, you said no. I think that's enough. Just a minute.
My Lord, I have just one question.
No, you said no, Council. Yes, Council. Okay, just a minute, Council. I understand that I'll give each of you, Mr. Miller and the petitioners, 5 minutes to make brief submissions, because after this I want to go and write a ruling. You've heard what the Inspector General of Police has said. You've heard what he has said on cross-examination. So make very brief submissions so that I can now come up with a ruling, and we can see now what will be the way forward. Yeah? So, yeah? Right. Yes, so the IG is done, you can now leave the dock. So I will allow who comes first. Yes, Mr. Ogola. You only have 65 minutes to make your brief submissions. If you can make it in 2 minutes, well and good.
One of the questions that calls for determination is whether the first respondent has indeed complied with the Honorable Court order dated 13 September 2024. In particular, Directive number 4. Well, the short and straightforward answer is a resounding yes. The then acting Inspector General of Police, Mr. Gilbert Masengeli, has presented himself before this court pursuant to that directive. The second issue, my Lord, having so presented himself, has Mr. Masengeli purged contempt? My Lord, our simple and straightforward answer is a resounding yes. We say so because the Honorable Court found Mr. Masengeli to be in contempt in the first instance for failing to comply with the habeas corpus orders dated 23rd August 2023. To that limited extent, my Lord, Mr. Masengeli has clarified to this Honorable Court that the reason for non-compliance is that he did not have the second to fourth petitioners in his custody. It bears mentioning, my Lord, that the first petitioner, without being moved by anyone, has in fact conceded to the Honorable Court that indeed Mr. Masengeli did not have the second to fourth respondents in his custody. The Law Society of Kenya says the second to fourth petitioners were released early morning. we have followed the proceedings. We have not had an allegation, and thank you, the LSK, that they were released from police custody. So therefore, I believe that limb and through the affidavit sworn on 20th September 2024, annexing documentary and evidentiary material that explains what I can only consider as the unhealthy tension between two competing constitutional obligations. Mr. Masengeli has clarified that his absence from this court that you have fallen short of the glory of God, and you repent and return, the Lord shall show you mercy. Mr. Masengeli pleads with this court that he benefits from this court's grace in accordance with the court's inherent that convenes themselves.
Yes.
A vacation of those orders of conviction and sentence, my Lord, thank you. And the orders that I'm just finishing, my Lord,
the 1 minute so that when
in less than 30 seconds.
Also enjoy.
What are the orders that commend themselves, my Lord? Having heard the apology of Mr. Masengeli, he has pleaded with this honorable court that this honorable court do discharge the orders of 9 September 2024 that convicts him of contempt of court. And lastly, that the Honorable Court be pleased to extend grace and discharge the orders dated 13th September 2024 insofar as they relate to custodial sentencing. We thank you, my Lord, for indulging Mr. Masengeli, and we will be requesting on behalf of the first respondent, because the still are serving police officers under the command and the authority of the Attorney General, that the Solicitor General will probably have the last word on our part. Thank you, my Lord.
Thank you, my Lord. And I'm sure the Law Society will just give me an indulgence. Just one or two things, my Lord. It with the greatest humility that Mr. Masengeli has submitted himself to this Honorable Court. He has submitted to the jurisdiction of this court. And from his own words, my Lord, if you noted, is recognizing your Lordship. That indeed, my Lord, even what has been tendered before your Lordship is a demonstration that there was no intention, that it was not intentional for Mr. Masengeli not to appear. He is, by appearing in court, demonstrated that as an officer, he has tremendous regard for the court. He has such a respect for the court that he is himself before this honorable court. And then Mr. Masengeli, my Lord, has a career. And in the discharge and expeditious obligation as a career police officer who has risen through the ranks to be the DIG administration, and having been granted the opportunity to act, my Lord clearly tells us that he is an officer who has always complied, and he has stated this. And therefore, that's why my Lord will submit with the greatest humility that the career of these police officers commends to yourself, my Lord, to apply the greatest mercy in your favor, so that you are able to allow Mr. Masengeli to continue serving this country. And that would urge, my Lord, the orders of 9 that led to Mr. Masengeli's conviction. Commend to yourself, my Lord, to be discharged and allow him to continue to serve. I'm sure all of us, my Lord, are enjoying the peace and the tranquility in this country because selfless police officers are taking care of our borders. And I would honorably urge my colleagues, with the President leading, and I can see Senator Manso and the rest, to also allow us for the first time to extend this to our distinguished police officer who has served with the distinction to rise to this level. Thank you, my Lord, and I would be most obliged for a favorable finding in favor of the contender. Thank you, my Lord.
Vice President of the Law Society of Kenya. My Lord, we'll take about 10 minutes. I will spend about 7, and I will delegate the remaining 3 to... I'm putting caution, my Lord. You had indicated 5 minutes. First, I'm in a very awkward position because my senior, the Solicitor General, has stated, and he's a representative of the titular head of the bar, and he says that we should agree. I am tempted to agree with him, although what is at stake is of grave consequence. First of all, my Lord, allow me to thank the court for the bravery that it has put. For sure, were it not for the consistent courage that the court has demonstrated, we would not have had an instance in Kenya where the Attorney General, the Solicitor General, and the senior acumen from the State Law Office, members of Parliament, senators, will be in court interested in the outcome of this matter. We say this, my Lord, from the Law Society of Kenya, that not all legal battles are won. But some leave an indelible mark on the resilience and the determination to affirm the rule of law and the tenets in the Constitution that demonstrate how lawful authority should be exercised. Lord, let us not forget that there is a duty on the part of those who hold high public office. There is a duty on the part of those who hold high public office, and especially constitutional ones, like the one the former acting Inspector General was holding, have to comply with the constitutional edicts. And I will not name all of them, but to be more specifically,